Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here with a Q&A video for you guys. I posted a photo on Instagram 2 days ago. It is Wednesday. I don't know when this video will actually be up because I have started summer classes, so I am super jam-packed with my schedule, but I'm going to do my best to continue getting out at least one YouTube video a week, which I'm not making any promises. But side note, this is totally off track. I did create a second Instagram account. So my first Instagram account is just at Glisten Fit, which it's always linked in the description box below. And I made another Instagram account called Glisten Fit Videos, where I have been posting, you cannot see that at all. It was a good effort. Kind of. Where I'm posting quick, short, clips from my actual workouts. So if my YouTube presence does get a little bit lacking, you can always go check out the Glisten Fit Videos Instagram page if you're looking for workouts. But anyways, back to today's video. Like I said, I posted a Q&A, a call for questions 2 days ago. So I think that was Monday. Yeah, so I am going to jump in and answer some of the questions that you guys asked, which I really shouldn't be surprised, but pretty much like 90% of the questions were macro related. Just so you guys know, I'm fairly new to tracking macros myself. I just want to throw that out as a disclaimer. I started tracking macros in February, seriously. So I am by no means an expert. I am still kind of figuring it out as I go. But I'm more than happy to share what I'm learning with you guys. So take everything that I say with a grain of salt and do your own research and figure out what works for you. That's what I've been doing. What's the matter? What are you doing? So let's go ahead and jump into some of the questions, and I will get through as many as I can. So the first question, I know you're counting macros, so are you using cutting, bulking, or maintenance macros? When I started in February, I was using the cutting macros because I was trying to cut weight a little bit. But now that I was preparing for an event that I was going to, so that's why I was doing the cutting macros. But now I am working my way back up to my maintenance macros because I am no longer needing to cut for anything. Next question, where do I begin with tracking macros after I figure out how many I should be consuming daily? So once you figure out how many macros you should be consuming daily, then you just eat food and make sure that that food fits within your macros. I know it's kind of a simple answer, but that's really all you do. Once you know your macros, you literally just eat to fill those macros every day. How did you determine your macros? I used an online calculator. There's so many free ones online, which if you just Google online macro calculator, I'm pretty sure there's one on bodybuilding.com. I use the one on katiehearnfit.com. There's so many out there, so if you just Google free macro calculator, there you go. Next question. I'm a runner by love, but want to start lifting too. What's the minimum number of lifting days I can do to still see some muscle gains without giving up my running days? Well, this is going to be different for every single person because how many days I need to lift in order to see results might be different from how many days you need to lift to see results. I know that's kind of like a answer, but it's the truth. My guess for most people, I would suggest trying to lift 4 or 5 days a week. Next question, do you count alcohol in your macros or do you just not drink when you're tracking macros? I'm not a huge drinker. If I do, it's a glass of wine here and there or maybe like vodka water occasionally, but hardly ever. But if I do have a glass of wine, I will track it in my macros. I'll just scan the barcode of the wine bottle, and usually I've been drinking red wine, and it's usually just I'm mostly concerned about getting the carbs and the calorie count into MyFitnessPal. So yes, I do track it. Next question, how do I decide what supplements to start taking? I'm already taking BCAAs and glutamine, but do you recommend anything else? Again, I hate giving this answer, but it is so true. It's going to depend on each person. It's going to be different for everybody. It's going to depend on your goals. I do not take very many supplements. I take BCAAs, and that is it. Oh, I take a multivitamin too, which everyone should be taking a multivitamin. But anyway, so I take BCAAs, multivitamin, and fish oil. Those are my 3 that I do every single day. How do I decide what supplements to start taking? You need to determine what your goals are and then do some research to see what supplements would push you towards those goals. I'm not huge on using supplements, mostly because I don't want to shell out the money for taking, 15 different supplements a day, but that's totally personal preference. On average, how long do your workouts take you? That's a loaded question because it depends on if I'm filming or not. So I will pretend if I'm not filming my workouts, because it always takes me longer when I'm filming because I'm like messing with the camera or, rewatching it back in between sets, blah, 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 blah. But if I'm not filming and I'm just going in to do my workout, typically it kind of ranges. Upper body, I get done super quick. Lower body takes me a little bit longer. Upper body, I usually get done in about 45 minutes. And then lower body, it usually takes me about an hour, sometimes like an hour and 15 minutes if I'm taking like long rests in between sets, like if I'm lifting super heavy and I just like feel like my body needs the extra time to recover between sets. So I would say usually between 45 minutes and an hour and 15 minutes, just depending on what I'm training. If I am filming, it takes like an hour and a half or 2 hours just because I am so technically challenged. The camera will like fall over half the time. But anyways, you guys probably don't have to worry about that. So moving on. Next question, what app do you use for counting macros? I already mentioned that I use MyFitnessPal. I use the free version. I don't pay the $10 a month. I just track all my food in the free version. What HIIT workouts do you do? I do the HIIT workouts that are in my ebook, which I will link in the description box below. Those are the exact HIIT workouts that I do. How did you alter your macros like you did to fit your needs? I am trial and error, like I said. I mean, I don't know everything there is to know about macros. I do have, obviously, knowledge with nutrition, and I know my body, and I know what feels good and what doesn't. So it was trial and error. I would suggest I haven't, and I won't change my macros more than once every 2 weeks, because if you're constantly changing your macros every day or, every 2 or 3 days, you're not giving your body enough time to adjust and make progress. So I personally only will change my numbers every 2 weeks or longer, which I don't change anything if I'm seeing results. And the changes that I do make every, 2+ weeks are very, very, very minimal. I haven't made changes to my macros, I would say probably in 3 going on 4 weeks, which because I'm seeing results and I'm happy with where I'm at. So again, it goes back to the same old answer for every question. It depends on each person. It depends on your goals. It depends on how your body reacts, and so on and so forth. Guys, don't be scared to figure out what works for your body. Just because something works for me or works for her or works for her, that does not mean that it's going to work for you. So you have to experiment. You have to get to know your body, and you have to figure out what works best for you. Favorite vacation spot? That's a hard question. I don't go on vacation a lot, which I need to change that. My husband and I did go to Savannah for our 1-year wedding anniversary, and I adored it. It was so cute. The food and the drinks were freaking amazing. Loved it. I think we're going to take a trip to Nashville this summer because I want to see Nashville really bad. We also really, really want to make our way over to the West Coast because I live in Florida, for those of you who don't know. That's why I haven't said that I didn't say beach was my favorite, because I go to the beach all the time. But we really want to make our way over to the West Coast. I want to see mountains. Neither one of us have ever seen snow. I want to see Colorado. I want to see the Grand Canyon, all that stuff. So that might be my favorite vacation spot in the future, but we haven't been yet. And then I also, internationally, really, really, really want to go to Greece, Paris, mostly because my husband and I met in French class, and I just think it would be cute to go. And then I've always wanted to go to Australia. If you are trying to lose weight, what would you recommend for workouts and meal planning and diet? I would incorporate a lot of HIIT training, high intensity interval training. That's going to help with fat loss. And then meal and diet plan. I am big. Obviously, I've been talking about it like the whole video because that's what all the questions are about. I do flexible dieting if it fits your macros, and it's been working really well for me. How did you calculate your macros? I already went into that. I use an online calculator, for free. How long did it take you to become a personal trainer, to gain online clients, and your ebook, etc.? I would say from start to finish, probably to actually become a personal trainer, it took me like 6 months because I got the book and then I didn't do anything with it. And then I finally was like, okay, I should probably study and sign up for this test. Once I actually like focused in and like studied and then took the test, it was probably like 3 months. And then to do the ebooks and the online gym and online clients and all that stuff, I've been working on Glisten Fit for, oh man, I think 2 going on 3 years. So that is how long, and it's just, you know, I have to put in a ton of work, and it's growing slow and steadily, but hey, that works for me. But anyways, I hope that I got to your question. If I didn't, I'm sorry. I answered as many as I could. I don't want this video to be like 800 minutes long, and I'm sure you guys don't want that either. This is just a quick study break for me, so I figured that I would, you know, record a YouTube video for you guys really quick, so I need to get back to my homework. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section below, and I will do my best to get to them in the next Q&A video, which I try to do 1 per month. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, I should have peed before I started this.